could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You can live all you ever you could.
Families and friends, please direct your attention to the video screens where you can watch the view from the center of campus as students and faculty are lining up in preparation for their last walk across campus before graduation. The final walk across campus to the commencement ceremony is a long-standing University of Idaho tradition. This academic processional consists of degree candidates, faculty members, and honored guests. The Border Highlanders Pipes and Drums will lead the parade of colleges from the administration building down University Avenue to the Kibbe ASUI Activity Center. This tradition is the capstone to another University of Idaho tradition, the Vandal Walk. At the beginning of each fall semester, incoming first-year students are led across campus from the Kibbe Dome to the administration building lawn where they are served a barbecue dinner by the president, provost, and college deans. Today's procession symbolizes the completion of their journey through the University of Idaho as they travel back, reversing the same route they walked only a few years ago. While we watch, we will be serenaded today by the University Wind Ensemble under the direction of Alan J. Gemberling. So enjoy the view as our outside cameras pick up the procession on its way to today's 120th commencement at the University of Idaho.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm here to grab this.
Karen, I'm gonna go that way.
Oh, doesn't matter. Oh yeah. Well done. Well done, class. Well done.
Yeah, seriously.
Head this way.
Sorry, I'm like,
I guess so.
you keep yelling, so.
The back is
I saw it. I did it! That's all as loud as you guys can hear.
If you have a hood, you're over here. College of Graduate class over here. College of Graduate Studies over here. Last.
You don't get your cut off. You don't get it.
Okay.
Yeah! Go Bundles!
All right.
I have no idea.
Well done. Well done. Right.
Hi Jeff, can you pay me?
Welcome to the 120th commencement ceremony of the University of Idaho. Please rise for the entrance of the graduating class of 2015, led by our outstanding faculty. The College of Graduate Studies. Leading the university's research and creative activities at the graduate level is the College of Graduate Studies, formalized in 1925. The college encompasses all graduate programs within the university. The Graduate College offers 79 master's degrees in fields ranging from accounting to water resources, 3 specialty areas of education, and doctoral degrees in 31 disciplines. The college is responsible for university-wide excellence in graduate education and training, serving over 2,200 graduate and professional students at 5 campus locations. The College of Agricultural and Life Sciences. the College of Letters, Arts, and Social Sciences. The College of Letters, Arts, and Social Sciences is the oldest and newest college at the University of Idaho. It began as part of Letters and Sciences in 1900. Its current configuration dates from July 2006, offering majors and programs in 19 subject areas. With help from 116 faculty members, the college is led by highlight student Carly Kirking of Lewiston, Idaho, a BA recipient in International Studies, Spanish, and Economics. With more than 3,200 undergraduate students and 237 graduate students, the college is the largest division of the University of Idaho and the academic bedrock of the university. Reaching every student through the general education curriculum, the college experience enhances each student's understanding about the world, helping cultivate social and personal responsibility, ethical and moral decision-making, and a sense of global citizenship. The College of Agricultural and Life Sciences. Founded in 1901, the College of Agricultural and Life Sciences is led today by highlight student Seth Pratt, a double major in agribusiness and agricultural science, communication, and leadership from Blackfoot, Idaho. The college has 38 graduate and undergraduate academic majors offered from 7 academic departments. 203 faculty located on campus and around the state of Idaho serve over 1,200 students. The College of Business and Economics. Established in 1925, the College of Business and Economics is led by highlight student Emily Mulhall from Wenatchee, Washington, and an accounting and finance major, as well as Sydney Kalebaugh from the Dalles, Oregon, a major in business economics with a general economics option. The college has 7 undergraduate majors, an executive MBA and Master of Accountancy graduate programs. 38 faculty serve more than 1,300 students in the college. The College of Engineering. Established in 1907, the College of Engineering is led by highlight student Amanda White of Kennewick, Washington, a mechanical engineering graduate. The College of Engineering is one of the Northwest premier engineering colleges with nearly 100 faculty, 50 staff, and 1,700 students. The college is known for educational programs that provide hands-on design and research experience, as well as sound fundamentals. The college's senior capstone project is recognized as one of the best in the country by the National Academy of Engineers. The college offers 9 undergraduate degrees and graduate degrees in 13 areas. The college pursues research in a variety of fields, including microelectronics, cybersecurity, sustainable energy, transportation, and water management. The College of Natural Resources. Established in 1917, the College of Natural Resources is led by highlight student Kayla Griffin from Troy, Idaho, a fishery resources major. With 48 faculty members, the college offers 8 undergraduate and 3 graduate degree programs, also administering the environmental science program and collaborating with 2 additional university-wide graduate programs. At the College of Natural Resources, forward-thinking faculty, staff, and students are dedicated to making a positive and profound impact on the way we interact with and manage natural resources. The college works toward a common goal of sustaining people and the land through innovative science, technology, and leadership. The College of Art and Architecture. Established in 1981, the College of Art and Architecture is led by highlight student Rachel Everett from Juneau, Alaska, a BA recipient in art and English with a literature emphasis. The college's academic programs include architecture, art and design, bioregional planning and community design, landscape architecture, interior design, and virtual technology and design. The college offers 12 degrees and has 45 faculty members. The College of Art and Architecture provides graduates with the design, visualization, and leadership skills needed to enhance the quality of life for citizens of Idaho and our world. An interdisciplinary, hands-on approach emphasizes service learning, research opportunities, and professional practice. The College of Education. Established June 7, 1920, the College of Education is led by highlight student Marco Antonio Mendoza from Idaho Falls, Idaho, majoring in secondary education. The College of Education offers 5 undergraduate degrees, 8 master's degrees, and 10 doctoral degrees programs and is served by 50 faculty members. The University of Idaho College of Education serves the people of Idaho and the region by providing research-based educational programs that emphasize leadership at all levels. The college has a strong reputation for innovation and excellence in Idaho, the Northwest, and beyond, graduating a significant portion of Idaho's educators and offering dynamic programs that are innovative, effective, and often interdisciplinary. The College of Science. Established in 2002, the College of Science is led by highlight student Peter Brown, a mathematics major from Moscow, Idaho. 120 faculty members serve the College of Science, which offers 9 bachelor's programs, 12 master's disciplines, and doctoral degrees in 9 areas of studies. The college offers a range of research programs from evolution to synthetic and organic chemistry to nanoscience to bioinformatics. Across research and scholarly activities, the faculty and students make significant contributions to the state of Idaho and the world. Students learn the excitement of science research while working alongside accomplished faculty on groundbreaking research projects. The University of Idaho opened its doors on October 3, 1892, to 40 students and 1 professor. Today, the University of Idaho has grown to be one of the leading universities in the West, with nearly 12,000 students at our statewide campuses in Moscow, Coeur d'Alene, Boise, and Idaho Falls. Students come to the university from 50 states and 86 countries. The University of Idaho is ranked 3rd in the nation among the nation's 100 best values in public colleges for academic strength and affordability. The University of Idaho has the highest student retention rate and graduation rate in the state. The university's study abroad program is the largest in the state and one of the most extensive in the nation. The University of Idaho continues to have a record number of national merit scholars, only second amongst public institutions of higher education in the Northwest, and more than all other Idaho institutions combined. Please be seated.
Sorry, I don't know what I look like.
This way? I don't know.
Wait, no, didn't the pointy thing go in front?
Action.
I need to stand up straight, or my grandma's gonna tell me I have a stick up my butt.
What brought you guys on to Idaho?
Football.
We're in the same house.
We're in the same house.
And I live with a couple of her best friends. And
We
work
work
together.
She
I
stabs me right there.
I stabbed her.
Right there. Everyone.
And she was like, it's okay, it's alright, just keep going. I was like, are you sure? I just stabbed you. No, we're best friends ever since then.
I think we met at a theater party.
Oh,
Yeah.
He was like, who's this really tall guy?
Yeah, I was at Walmart and we worked together and
He followed me around.
I did. It was kind of creepy.
It was cute.
We actually got the cops called on us for playing a game.
They thought we were having a fight upstairs, and it turns out we were just playing Mortal Kombat too hard.
We're a power duo, basically. Watch out Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
Funny stories.
Not that I want him to talk about a graduation.
I'll take a pass on that one.
I have a really funny one, but I don't know
Tell
if it's
it.
really appropriate.
Something wild and crazy is always happening at the history department.
Some of the craziest, most fun parties I've ever been to have been with all the band guys, so I got to give them a shout out there. Keep it fun to the Vandal Marching Band.
I never got super hammered and rented an animal suit and went somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I was too tame.
What's something you're gonna miss the most? I think just the people.
Mostly the people.
The people.
Probably all the people I've met and relationships I've made, and I feel like I've found my best friends.
When I think back over the friendships that I've made, it just blows my mind, and I'll forever be impacted by that.
To finally graduate, I can't tell you how good it feels.
To finally be able to go, I'm a college grad. I have made it this far. I'm going places with my life.
I did it. I showed you all that I could do it.
Yes. Yay! I think the one time I'll cry is when we turn on Vitamin C's graduation song.
No, I don't cry. My eyes will just be sweating. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be focusing on not tripping or bursting out in tears.
It could be a hot mess. We'll see.
I want to thank my parents and my family, my siblings for always supporting me and showing up to everything.
My sister for telling me to go Greek.
The people who gave me scholarship money.
Yeah, I like those people who gave me scholarship money.
Thank you for the money.
Yeah, thanks, Obama.
I'll thank my girlfriend. Thank my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Anita. I did that.
And I think this guy, of course.
Yeah, I thought that went without
That
saying.
one was
Went without
obviously.
saying, yeah.
Mom and Dad.
Thank you, Dad, for putting me through college all by yourself.
My mom was super supportive and will always be supportive of me. I could be a bum living outside Barnes & Noble and she'd still give me a 20 or something and help me move along.
Oh my god, being a Vandal is the greatest thing ever. We're loud, we talk to everyone. Being a Vandal means being a Germanic warrior.
It means you can sing the fight song in random places when you see a fellow Vandal.
Trying to pursue all the walls you put up and just breaking through them. Keep going.
Whether it's a win or a loss, we're still gonna party and have a great time at the end of the day.
Being a Vandal is being a part of a family. I think that's one of the most prominent and most incredible things that I found here at U of I is that I felt like I was a part of something greater than myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance of the platform party. Paul Joyce, Dean of the College of Science. Kurt Pregitzer, Dean of the College of Natural Resources. Ji Chen, Dean of the College of Graduate Studies. Mark Hoverston, Dean of the College of Art and Architecture. John Foltz, Term Dean of the College of Agricultural and Life Sciences. Lynn Baird, Dean of the Libraries. Mario Reyes, Dean of the College of Business and Economics. Corinne Mantle Bromley, Dean of the College of Education. Andrew Kirsten, Dean of the College of Letters, Arts, and Social Sciences. Rich Seaman, Associate Dean of the College of Law. Larry Stauffer, Dean of the College of Engineering. Michael Satz, Boise Executive Officer. Jeff Siegmiller, Director of the WAMI Medical Education. Anthony St. Clair, President of the Graduate Professional Student Association. Allie Brett Hauer, Chair of Staff Affairs. Linda Wells, President of the Student Bar. Joe Stegner, Special Assistant to the President. Max Cowan, President of the Associated Students of the University of Idaho. Gene Stevenson, Vice Provost for Academic Affairs. Nate Fisher, Past President of the Associated Students of the University of Idaho. Yolanda Bisbee, Tribal Relations Executive Director. Kent Nelson, General Counsel. Heather Chermak, Registrar. Bob Weiss, UI Foundation Executive Director. Sanjay Sisodia, Faculty Senate Commencement Committee Chair. David Poe, Alumni Hall of Fame inductee. Jack McIver, Vice President for Research. Michael Hunter, Alumni Hall of Fame inductee. Gene Kim, Vice Provost for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management. Richard Dahl, Alumni Hall of Fame inductee. Rob Spear, Athletics Director. Travis Thompson, National President of the Alumni Association. Carmen Suarez, Chief Diversity Officer, Associate Vice Provost for Student Affairs. Bill Gosling, University of Idaho Regent. Kristen Armstrong Savola, Distinguished Idahoan Awardee. Brigadier General Eric Peterson, U.S. Army. Keith Rifle, President's Medallion Candidate. Lieutenant Colonel Brad Martin, U.S. Army. Brent Keith, Honorary Degree Candidate. Samuel Hunter, Commencement Speaker. Catherine Aiken, Interim Provost and Executive Vice President. Marty Itcherberg, Faculty Senate Chair and Mace Bearer. Chuck Staben, President of the University of Idaho. Please remain standing for the officer candidates of 2015 and the Combined Forces Color Guard. Please be seated.
Good morning and welcome to the University of Idaho 2015 Spring Commencement. To the friends and family of the graduates, thank you for coming today to show your support. I decided to take a couple minutes this morning to tell you a story about Schrodinger's cat who walks into a bar and doesn't. Well, that didn't take very long. So I guess I also have time to tell you a little about my journey after graduation. When I graduated with my bachelor's degree, I had two passions, physics and guitar. I decided to pursue the latter by moving to California to play music. Of course, I needed to pay my bills on the way to becoming a famous musician, so I applied for a job to work at a warehouse, to use my physics skills. I got an interview that was immediately followed by a drug test. This brings me to my life lesson number 1. Don't eat giant poppy seed muffins for breakfast before going to an interview. Luckily, the employer did not believe that I could be a morphine addict and hired me anyway. While working at the warehouse, I pursued a music career by playing with as many musicians as I could. I quickly learned that everyone wanted me to play the style of music that was popular at the time, not the music that I wanted to play. My life lesson number 2, don't compromise your principles. After spending a year working the graveyard shift at the warehouse, not becoming a professional musician, I got a job working in a physics department where I set up and developed undergraduate laboratories. This work reminded me of how much I enjoyed physics, and so I applied for graduate school. Now I look back on my days working at a warehouse, and you know what? I don't regret a single minute. My life lesson number 3, don't be afraid to pursue your passions. On behalf of all faculty members, to all the graduating students, congratulations. We are so proud of you. Please join me in welcoming the University of Idaho President, Chuck Staben.
Thank you, Dr. Yitterberg, for opening our commencement ceremony. We are grateful for your leadership as Chair of Faculty Senate over this past year. Thank you also to the University Wind Ensemble, conducted by Professor Al Gemberling, and to the Vandaliers under the direction of Dr. Michael Murphy. The presentation of colors under the command of the Air Force was made by a joint color guard composed of cadets from Idaho's Army, Navy, and Air Force ROTC units. Thank you to our marshals and for the leadership of Dr. Mickey Gunter, lead marshal for our exercises today. And thank you to Jeremy Falk for serving as our voice from above. Welcome to our special guests, Regent Bill Gosling, Alumni President Travis Thompson, and Foundation Representative Bob Weiss. Deans, faculty, honored guests, parents, and families, we thank you all for joining us. Welcome to beautiful Moscow, where for 126 years, our state's leading national research university has been creating a better future for our state and for our world. Many of you have traveled far to be here today. Thank you for being here. Students, you also have traveled far. Your years of hard work have paid off, and now you are nearly at the finish line. So I will keep my remarks brief. As president, though, I do reserve the right to hold back that finish line tape just a little while longer to share with you some highlights of the University of Idaho success story of which you are now a part. A moment ago, I called this university a leading national research university. What does this mean? First, we are the state's land-grant institution, a historic charge to enhance the lives of our state citizens and the entire state of Idaho. We take that entire part of our mission seriously, serving every county in Idaho and 3 Native American Indian reservations. Our campus extends far beyond our beautiful home here in Moscow. From north to south, east to west, the entire state of Idaho is our campus. We serve the state of Idaho and all our students by offering a transformative educational experience. As those of you sitting here now are aware, Vandals are immersed in powerful educational experiences from their first semester to their last, in fields from engineering to education, from the humanities to agriculture, and from science to law and many more. Vandal students learn from caring and talented faculty members in our nationally recognized programs. I am proud of how Vandal students, including many of you, have taken advantage of opportunities, earning national scholarships, awards, and other recognition during your time here. Beyond individual acclaim, you've also bettered your world through service to others, here in our region as members of student organizations and programs, and as members of alternative service break programs that export our Vandal spirit of giving to communities in need across the globe. As students of that caliber and constitution, you might have been prepared to succeed at many institutions, but we are glad you chose the University of Idaho. We are grateful that you helped make the University of Idaho special, and that we trust that we have served you. Today, you'll join our alumni family who can attest to the power of the education they got here, preparing them for personal and professional successes. Through research, scholarly activity, and creative work, we lead the way in discovery and innovation, exciting work that unlocks new knowledge and helps change lives for the better. Faculty and staff members at the U of I are winners of major grants that spur great work in everything from Ebola research, like Dr. Yitterberg, to the study of evolution in action, to the modeling of complex systems. Our gifted thinkers and creators are winning national recognition for innovations in endeavors that take place everywhere, from the stage to the stars and on the farms of Idaho. Many of you here today have no doubt participated in that work. Most undergraduates here do. As the state's leading national research university and its land-grant college, we serve communities large and small across Idaho. Our statewide impact includes research facilities, extension services, community programs, and many more, where we offer expertise and resources that contribute to economic development, health and nutrition, individual prosperity, and individual prosperity, while we gain understanding from those communities about the challenges that we need to take on and help them with. Through these efforts, statewide, the University of Idaho contributes nearly $1 billion annually in economic impact. A very impressive number. But there's a number that, while a little smaller, is actually more impressive, 100,000. That's how many members, a low estimate actually, are in the family that you students are joining today, the Vandal alumni family. More than money or number of programs or any of those calculations about institutional excellence, the Vandal impact comes down to people. In Idaho and beyond, Vandals are contributing to and changing their world through discovery, through service to the community, through dedication and commitment to whatever they set their minds to. And they are setting their minds to great things. Vandals are truly reaching for the stars. At our commencement ceremony in December, we awarded a master's degree to a recipient, Sophie Millam, who was recently named one of Forbes magazine's 30 under 30 in science. She was unable to receive her degree that day, though, because she was already on a NASA-supported mission, spending 8 months in an enclosed artificial habitat on the lava fields of Hawaii, simulating life on Mars and the human response to those conditions. Another Vandal, Tom Mueller from St. Mary's, Idaho, is the founding and lead engineer at a private company, SpaceX, who is taking the lead in space exploration. SpaceX is advancing the recovery and reuse of rockets, which will make space travel a more affordable reality for exploration and discovery, and perhaps one day for commercial travel. These accomplishments used to be the stuff of science fiction, and now our graduates are making them reality. As an institution, we are proud to be the launching pad for those aspirations. Your graduation today is a tribute to your perseverance and hard work. A Latin expression sums up your accomplishments well: per aspera ad astra, to the stars through difficulty or hard work. Being here today is a success story for you, for your families, for the University of Idaho, and for our state of Idaho. Many of you have made it here today with the help and encouragement of a support system: parents, family, spouses, children, and friends that have helped you rise to your best. To that support network, I offer my sincere thanks and appreciation. And on behalf of all the graduates and the faculty and staff at the University of Idaho, I invite all parents, grandparents, guardians, families, loved ones, and friends, those who have been so supportive of our graduates, to stand and be recognized. That's pretty much all of you out there. Graduates, let's recognize them. Thank you for your investment in our students. Graduates, as you go out to discover your future, I encourage you to stay open to new ideas, to continue to seek out new information, to explore new concepts, and to engage the world with enthusiasm and interest. In short, always keep learning. The Vandal family will be there to support you, and I hope you will always consider the University of Idaho home. Represent us well as citizens, as community members, and as leaders, as we expect of Vandals. Congratulations, and go Vandals. Let me draw your attention to those seated directly behind me who represent the leadership of this great institution, who are named during our processional and who are listed in your programs. Members of our platform party, please rise. Thank you for your leadership and dedication to the students of this great institution. Ladies and gentlemen, our platform party. Guys, be seated. It's a privilege that we have with us one of our regents today. Bill Gosling is a member of the State Board of Education and a University of Idaho regent. Regent Gosling, will you please bring greetings to our graduates?
Thank you, Dr. Saban. It's been a wonderful year, and you've done a phenomenal job, and I appreciate that. On behalf of the Board of Regents of this great institution, I congratulate you on your hard work and your accomplishments, and as a member of the State Board of Trustees, I also congratulate you. If I may just leave one simple word for you, and that word is mad. Take time to make a difference. Your parents have, your faculty members have, your fellow students have. It's time for you to get mad and make a difference. Thank you.
Thanks again, Regent Gosling, for being with us today. It's also a great privilege to acknowledge our University of Idaho Alumni Hall of Fame recipients who were inducted yesterday in a university ceremony. Could you all please stand and be recognized as I call each of your names? Richard Dahl, David Poe, and Michael Hunter. Thanks very much for being with us today. You can read more about our Alumni Hall of Fame recipients in your commencement program. I'd like to introduce our commencement speaker, Samuel D. Hunter. Sam Hunter is a Moscow native and playwright known for crafting moving portraits of unlikely protagonists that explore the human capacity for empathy through the prism of his character's struggles. Hunter received a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree from New York University in 2004 and a Master of Fine Arts degree in 2007 from the University of Iowa. He also earned an artist diploma from Juilliard's Playwrights program in 2009. His play, Bright New Boise, was performed on campus this fall. Hunter received a MacArthur Fellowship, a prize awarded annually to individuals who show exceptional merit and promise for continued and enhanced creative work. Colloquially, they're called the Genius Awards. Please welcome our 2015 commencement speaker, Samuel D. Hunter.
Good morning. To the President, the Board of Regents, and faculty, thank you so much for having me here today. To the families and friends out there who have tirelessly supported these graduates over the years, thank you. And most of all, to the graduating class, congratulations. You've probably heard that word so many times today that it's already lost substance entirely. So let me be more specific and say that by congratulating you, I'm acknowledging that most of you have been in school your entire lives, and now, for the first time, you're not. I'm congratulating you because whatever you've been training to do for the last 18 years or more makes the jump today from theory to reality. The next few years will be about figuring out how to hold on to the thing you're passionate about while still being able to buy groceries and pay rent. And it's going to be both terrifying and beautiful. Congratulations. Now, as profoundly grateful as I am to be here today, and as huge of an honor as this is for me personally, I have to admit, as a writer, I don't have a lot of faith in the idea of a commencement speech. 10 years from now, the vast majority of you probably won't be able to recall a single thing I say today, just as I can't remember a single point from my commencement speaker 11 years ago. All I remember is sitting outside among thousands of other graduates, sweating through our polyester robes in harsh, direct sunlight, which wasn't helping the thousands upon thousands of minor hangovers in the audience. And the speaker, a CEO or something, trafficked mostly in broad cliches. However, in theory, I should have something relevant to offer you simply because I have such a deep connection to this community and this school. I grew up here in Moscow. My first job was at the returns desk at the Walmart just down the highway. Of course, this was before the Walmart Supercenter. This was back in the late 90s when we just had a regular Walmart. It was a simpler time. I didn't go to the U of I, but both of my parents did. My brother is a graduate who is now Associate Dean of the Library and one of the bagpipers, by the way. All four of my grandparents went here, along with countless aunts, uncles, and cousins, and my great-great-grandfather, Robert Barton, built the Moscow Hotel, which still stands downtown to this day. I took piano lessons in Reidenbaugh Hall. I sang in the University Holiday Concert when I was in elementary school, and I got some of my first tastes of exciting literature while combing through the stacks at the library here. I proudly identify as an Idahoan, the evidence of which is the fact that nearly every play I've ever written is set somewhere in this state. In fact, when I was in high school, I staged my very first play in the Bora Theater here on campus one summer, and it was powerfully awful. When I started thinking about what useful ideas I could offer you all today, I remembered something one of my more influential teachers, the playwright Marcia Norman, once told me. It's a metaphor that changed my entire relationship to writing. Writers, she said, are the ones who stay at home while everyone else is out hunting and gathering. They talk with the elders, hear the old stories, visit the sick, and they use all these elements to construct a story. And at night, when everyone else gets back from their hunting and gathering, and they're tired and bloodied and huddled around a fire for warmth, this is when the writer is on. It's their job, through storytelling, to make meaning of all that hunting and gathering. This idea resonated very deeply with me, and suddenly the entire idea of creating a work of art was brought back down to earth. Writers aren't channeling inspiration from the gods, we're doing something concrete, providing a service. And that service carries with it a responsibility. From then on, my plays became at once more grounded and more human. I stopped trying to be a mind-blowing artist and started trying to do what I should have done in the first place, make meaning of the seemingly meaningless. Now, I realize that the word meaning itself is a bit flabby and imprecise, but I suppose by saying meaning, I'm referring to those times that we're able to better understand our individual role in society, why we are doing what we went to a university to learn how to do. It's the kind of meaning that compels us to make battlefields into national landmarks, to try to make sense and purpose of all that pain and suffering rather than just pave it over and forget. It's the kind of meaning that made someone erect a sign on Highway 95 about 3 hours south of here that reads, "The 45th parallel, halfway between the equator and the North Pole." It's a reminder of the greater context, the dot on a baffling map of the universe that reassures us you are here. In short, meaning is the great big why of all that hunting and gathering. And in a certain sense, this is the kind of meaning that today's ceremony is supposed to offer you. We're all here to bring sense and purpose to the years you've spent at this university, organize the chaos, maybe offer a few bits of advice going forward. On that point, I suppose the most important piece I have is the broadest cliche of them all: be kind. I know how stupid this sounds. I'd be rolling my eyes too. But, like many broad cliches, it awkwardly points to a greater truth. Pragmatically, it will help you in your career. Today's intern is tomorrow's president, and I don't know about all of you, but I have a pretty specific memory of those who treated me poorly as I was coming up, and I definitely don't intend to work with any of them in the future. But there's something more complicated about kindness, something about having empathy for people who are different than you, and perhaps more importantly, not assuming your own precious worldview is the be-all and end-all of human knowledge. Statistically speaking, it most likely isn't. I know this just sounds like garden variety relativism, that there is no absolute truth in the world. We're all just monkeys clacking away on our respective typewriters. But I'm not saying that absolute truth doesn't exist. I'm just saying that to find it, you're probably going to have to put in the work. And most of that work will involve widening your perspective, which means having empathy for those who are different than you. And to accomplish that in a genuine way, you're going to have to, here it comes, be kind. That, of course, is just one drop in the vast sea of advice that you will at times find yourself drowning in the next decade or so. And most likely, none of it will answer the larger questions that gnaw on your soul and intellect at night. In 2004, I received my bachelor's degree, and I can report 11 years later, the existential doubt I struggled with in high school and college, the doubt I'm sure many of you are struggling with right now, hasn't really gone away. It's just sort of lost its ear-shattering intensity after time, having been quietly folded into my daily routine and my plays. And if you're anything like me, people who care about you have already tried to make meaning of your life for you, perhaps many times. They've recognized your doubt and your struggle, and they've pulled a jar of their own preserved meaning off their shelves and offered it to you, probably with the best of intentions. But you will likely find that these canned answers to your larger questions will be satiating in the short term, but will leave you hungry as the decades roll by. This is not to say you won't find meaning in your relationships with other people. I'm just saying that when it happens, when order emerges out of the chaos, it'll likely be out of nowhere. It'll be like a firework blasting in the sky above your head when you least suspect it, and you have just enough time to look up and see the spark shine for a moment and then extinguish. And you'll look around expecting oohs and ahs from everyone around you before you realize you were the only one who caught a glimpse of it. But, inevitably, we will all go through periods in our lives during which meaning seems to be in short supply. A job may start to bend from passion into routine, or we start to wonder if the distance between our dreams and our realities is a little greater than we thought. So we get impatient, and we clumsily stab in the dark. I mentioned before that when I was in high school, my first play was performed here on campus, and that it was terrible. Allow me to be more specific. It was titled Sixth Armageddon. It was about a heroin addict and a poet. It included long stretches in which the main character read his own free verse poetry directly to the audience, and it was nearly 3 hours long. It was very painful to write that and admit that to you, by the way. I'd like to say that this was my worst piece, but in all honesty, it was merely the progenitor of a long, glorious lineage of bad plays, one that continued for many years. But here's the thing, I love those early plays because they taught me nearly everything I know about writing. The horrifying truth is nothing makes you better at what you do, quite like failing miserably at it a dozen or so times. Maybe I'm just slower than most people, but I found establishing my voice as an artist and my path in life haven't been about chasing down success or emulating other writers' work. It's been mostly about identifying the things about my writing that don't work, identifying the parts that need to fall away, like I'm chipping away at a massive block of marble, scrapping all the excess stone in search of the statue underneath. At the risk of coining a platitude, cherish your failures. If they don't happen at least some of the time, you're probably not aiming high enough. When they happen, respect what they have to offer you. Then collect your dignity and try again. And when you find yourself in those fallow periods in your life, in your careers or elsewhere, don't let them crush you. Let them teach you about the life you are truly meant to lead, rather than the life you envisioned for yourself in high school. This, of course, is a difficult road. Nothing about your degree itself is going to make it particularly easier, and most likely nothing that will happen to you today will completely prepare you for the road ahead. This is perhaps the difficult thing to realize about today, that for all of the ceremony, the music, the speeches, your families coming into town, the robes and truly bewildering hats, none of it in and of itself is going to make meaning of the 18 or more years of education you've received in your life. As someone who has not one, not two, but 3 degrees in playwriting, I can attest I wasn't spontaneously transformed into a good playwright by any of them. And none of you are now suddenly good biologists or psychologists or historians or artists because of the degree you're getting today. You have all been out hunting and gathering, and I know you're tired and bloodied, and it's my job to help you make meaning of it, but unfortunately, I'm going to do something much more irritating and bounce that task right back into your laps. No amount of my personal narratives, pithy truisms, or stupid jokes is going to help you organize all the beautiful things you've accumulated while here at this university. The friendships, road trips, books, late-night beers, failed relationships, movies, interests both active and abandoned, these are the elements of your life so far. Your true education has nothing to do with tests, memorizing facts, or your GPA. It has been about giving yourself the foundation for a more meaningful life. To figure out how to continually become more curious, more engaged, more empathetic, more kind. And the important part is, don't let it stop here. Don't let whatever degree you're getting today ever so neatly label and categorize you. Don't let it provide the comfort of having become something. The act of becoming something is much more complicated and personal than anything that will happen to you today. And though 10 years from now you likely won't remember anything I've said here today, that doesn't matter, because today has nothing to do with me. It's about how you choose to organize the chaos of the last several years into something true and lasting. And that project, the great work of making meaning of the seemingly meaningless, begins now. Thank you so much, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much. And Sam, could you come back up? It's great to give stage directions to a playwright. We have a little gift for you. Thanks for being our commencement speaker.
Thank you so much.
And now I'd like to invite Provost and Executive Vice President Catherine Aiken to the podium.
Good morning. In continuing to acknowledge excellence at our university, we recognize the undergraduate students who are graduating with special honors today. Will the students please stand as I call your honor designation and remain standing while we applaud your achievements. Cum laude with distinction, bronze honor cords, the top 10% of their college class. But we're going to take it away if you don't stand up when you are wearing a bronze honor cord. Thank you. Magna cum laude with great distinction, silver honor cord, top 6% of their college class. Thank you. Summa cum laude with highest distinction, gold honor cord, top 3% of the college class. Thank you. We also invite members of our numerous honor societies to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You have brought distinction to yourselves and to your university through your high achievements as student scholars. We honor your hard work and commitment to learning. We look to you for leadership in upholding high standards for yourselves and your peers. President Staben.
Now I wish to invite Provost Aiken and Dr. Sanjay Sisothia, Chair of the Faculty Senate Commencement Committee, to join me in conferring honorary degrees.
May I present Brent Keith for the degree Honorary Doctor of Engineering Science.
Brent Keith, upon the recommendation of the faculty and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Engineering Science, together with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations.
Brent Keith, a 1982 and 1996 graduate of the University of Idaho, is a nationally and internationally recognized leader in the computer technology industry. Mr. Keith currently serves on the College of Engineering Advisory Board and served previously on the Advisory Board for the Department of Electrical Engineering. In recognition of his contributions as a visionary scientist, inventor, and investor in Idaho's future, the University of Idaho is proud to confer upon Brent Keith, a most distinguished citizen and leading alumni, the degree of Doctor of Engineering Science. May I present Samuel D. Hunter for the degree Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters.
Samuel D. Hunter, upon the recommendation of the faculty and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, together with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations.
Samuel D. Hunter, in recognition of his contributions as a visionary scholar, author, playwright, and a most distinguished son of Idaho, the University of Idaho is proud to confer upon Samuel D. Hunter the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
The President's Medallion is given to select individuals who have made significant contributions to the cultural, economic, scientific, or social advancement of Idaho and its people, and who have provided exceptional service to the state or nation that has influenced the well-being of humankind. The medallion is a specially commissioned medal minted in Idaho from Idaho Silver. Keith Riffle is an entrepreneur, owner, and president of Northwest Satellite Network, Incorporated. Born in Kellogg, Idaho, Riffle graduated from the University of Idaho's College of Business and Economics with a bachelor's degree in business in 1962 and a master's degree in business in 1963. He passed the CPA exam while a student, and he later graduated from the University of Washington's Executive Management Program in 1970. In addition to his business ventures, Mr. Riffle continued to be active with the University of Idaho. He was a member of the Alumni Association's Board of Directors and is a past president of the University of Idaho Foundation. Keith and his wife, Pat, 63, served on the Campaign for Idaho Steering Committee. He received an Alumni Hall of Fame Award in 2007 and a Silver and Gold Award in 2006. The University of Idaho proudly presents the 2015 President's Medallion to Keith Riffle. Congratulations. The University of Idaho Alumni Association's Distinguished Idahoan Award is awarded to a living person who has an international and national reputation and has brought distinction to the state of Idaho and the University of Idaho while rendering extraordinary service to both. There have been only 8 awardees since 1979 when this award was created.
President Staben, it is my honor to present Christian Armstrong Savola for the award of Distinguished Idahoan.
With the recommendation of the Alumni Association, I present Kristen Armstrong Savola the award of Distinguished Idahoan with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations. I invite you to read more about our guest speaker, our honorary degree recipients, our President's Medallion awardee, Hall of Fame recipients, and our distinguished Idahoan in our commencement program. A tradition of the University of Idaho is administering the oath of office for the commissions of the Officer Education Program candidates. This is achieved at the same time as they earn their degrees. Lieutenant Colonel Brad Martin, U.S. Army, will introduce our guest commissioning officer for today, which also happens to be National Armed Forces Day.
It is my pleasure and privilege to introduce Brigadier General Eric Peterson, the Commanding General of United States Army Special Operations Aviation Command and 1986 graduate of the University of Idaho, who will administer the oath of office for those to be commissioned in the Armed Forces of the United States.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please listen carefully to the words of this solemn oath as these great young Vandal leaders commit themselves to serving our nation and you, its citizens. Will the individuals designated for appointment as commissioned officers in the Armed Forces of the United States please stand? Raise your right hand and please repeat after me. I state your name. Having been appointed an officer in the Armed Forces of the United States, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to introduce the newest officer leadership in the United States military.
You may be seated. Thank you, General Peterson and Colonel Martin. Congratulations to all our newly commissioned officers. I know you will serve your fellow citizens, your country, and the world well with the supreme aim of peace and harmony both at home and abroad. Godspeed, and thank you for your sacrifice, your courage, and commitment. Now, Interim Provost Aiken will announce the granting of university degrees earned by our students.
We are about to begin the granting of degrees to all candidates who have met the requirements for the bachelor's, master's, specialist, and doctoral degrees. These degrees have been completed through formal study at the University of Idaho. Degrees will be conferred on all candidates present at these exercises, as well as upon all absentees who have been duly excused. Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please stand? That is most of you. President Staben, these candidates are recommended by their respective faculty to be awarded the baccalaureate degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree earned with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. In testimony whereof, you will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations. Please be seated. Thank you.
Will the candidates for master's and/or specialist degrees please stand? Each of you has completed satisfactorily rigorous advanced studies in academic disciplines. President Staben, these candidates are recommended by their respective faculty to receive master's and/or specialist degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the specialist degree or the master's degree earned with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. In testimony whereof, you will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations. You may be seated. Thank you.
Will the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, and Doctor of Athletic Training please stand? President Staben, these candidates are recommended by their respective faculty to receive Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, and Doctor of Athletic Training degrees so earned.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Idaho, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Doctor of Athletic Training, so earned, with all its rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities. In testimony whereof, you will receive the diploma of the University of Idaho. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the degrees Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, and Doctor of Athletic Training please come forward, followed by the Specialist, Master, and Baccalaureate degrees. We ask that all candidates, after receiving their degrees, please stay for the rest of the ceremony in respect for the other graduates and their families. Students receiving the doctorate are given a doctoral hood. It is our tradition at commencement for the doctoral candidate to be hooded by her or his major professor.
Welcome to college! Woohoo! I'm a college man!
you're enjoying your homework.
World news, new fears today that taking Crimea away from Ukraine was just the start as Russia beefs up on the border.
Police in Ferguson, Missouri, releasing the name of the officer involved in the shooting of an unarmed black teen.
The small town of Moscow came together, still in disbelief about why Lee went on that shooting spree.
Even if you're not doing anything wrong, you're being watched and recorded.
With ISIS extremists controlling much of Syria and Iraq, that region has become the most dangerous place on earth.
It's just a very emotional morning as these...
Intrepid Sam says it's like in the great tales, Mr. Frodo, the ones that really matter. Folk in those stories had lots of chances of turning back, only they didn't, because they were holding on to something. And Frodo says, "What are we holding on to, Sam?" And Sam lifts him up and looks him in the eye and says, "That there's some good left in this world, Mr. Frodo. And it's worth fighting for. I want for you to choose good."
But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. That you are here. That life exists and identity. That the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be?
His name is Miles Scott. He was diagnosed with leukemia at just 18 months. He's been battling it ever since.
And you're listening to nothing but the best of oldies. You're listening to Magic 98.9.
Give me a hug, buddy. Good to see you, man.
Up this morning to help free a man whose leg was trapped between a train and a platform.
World trade is open for business today.
Jace had already committed to the University of Idaho. The Vandals had a choice to make. They honored his scholarship.
If anything, Idaho just told me to embrace the weird.
I'm kind of proud of myself.
Doesn't matter how beaten down you are, you just get up and you keep going.
It sounds cliche to say I wouldn't be here without a lot of people, but that's pretty literally true.
I hope to travel the world one day and be successful and happy in whatever I decide to do.
Yeah, I just don't want to be unemployed, so.
I don't think I realized how important my family was until I was away from them. So, getting emotional up in here.
My name's Candace. I'm your wife.
You're my wife?
Yeah.
Say my name.
Benton!
I just shipped my bed.
Can I have this sloth?
Tickle, tickle.
Came in like the wrecking ball.
Well, I'm the best corner in the game.
No, it's just Chuck Testa.
Brilliant. Grandpa just gives me a remote after we watch the Powerball.
This may be the moment you spent your whole lives training for.
Is that here? Is that here? Oh my God, I hit the jackpot.
Studies rocks and drinks the sediment from the earth. It flooded here once, he said.
Students graduating with a doctoral degree will be greeted by Provost and Executive Vice President Catherine G. Aiken and Dean G. Chin. Zhurting B, Biological and Agricultural Engineering, is being hooded by the major professor Brian He. The dissertation title is In Situ Transesterification of Microalgal Oil to Produce Algal Biodiesel. Kari Brody, Athletic Training, is being hooded by the major professor Alan Mark Nasapani. Dissertation title, Analysis of Patient Outcomes Using the Myokinesthetic System in a Treatment-Based Classification System for Low Back Pain. Mark Correo, Water Resources, Science and Management option, is being hooded by the major professor Robert Hines. Dissertation title, Terraset Soil Moisture Patterns in Semi-Arid Rangelands as a Tool to Inform Sustainable Best Management Practices and Bridge Water Resource Science Management and Policy. Jessica Renee Daniel, Water Resources Law Management Policy option, is being hooded by the major professor Patrick Wilson. Dissertation title, Water Management and Structuration Theory, a case study in the Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Spokane, Washington region. Shuhon Ji, Animal Physiology, is being hooded by Onesmo Balemba. Dissertation title, Effects of Nutritional Molecules in Regulation of Adipogenesis and Key Adipogenic Gene Expression. Mega Karki, Chemistry, being hooded by the major professor Jacob Magellan. The dissertation title, Discovery of Iron-Rich Synthetic Clays for the Oxidation of Organic Compounds. Kevin Allen Decker, Environmental Science, being hooded by the major professor Philip Watson. Dissertation title, An Interdisciplinary Exploration of the Intersection between Economic Value and Ecological Quality to Inform Palouse Prairie Conservation. Susan Marie Kalogi, Education, being hooded by the major professor Paul Gathercole. Dissertation title, The Effect Project-Based Learning in Higher Education Has on Academic Achievement Test Scores and the Correlation Between Participants' Academic Achievement Test Scores and Their Field Dependency Cognitive Style. Troy Sullen Magny, Natural Resources, being hooded by the major professor Lee Vierling. Dissertation title, Assessing the Spatial and Temporal Controls on Plant Function Using Ground-Based Remote Sensing. Susav Dakal, Neuroscience, hooded by the major professor Deborah Stenkamp. Dissertation title, Beyond Oxygen and Nutrients, Regulatory Roles of Vascular Endothelial Cells for Normal Retinal Neurogenesis in Zebrafish Embryos. Bree Justine Oatman, Education, being hooded by the major professor Ann Kern. Dissertation title, Culturally Sustaining Pedagogy in a Science Classroom, the Phenomenology of the Pit House. Isaiah Owusu-Gian, Chemistry, being hooded by the major professor E. Francis Cheng. The dissertation title, Graphite from the University of Idaho Thermalized Asphalt Reaction, Fundamental Electrochemical Characterizations. Matthew Wesley Pennell, Bioinformatics and Computational Biology, hooded by the Major Professor Luke Harmon. Dissertation title, Modeling the Dynamics of Phenotypic Diversity Across Deep Time. Kayla Michelle Hardwick, Biology, being hooded by the Major Professor Luke Harmon. Dissertation title, Behavior, Selection, and the Genetics of Adaptation during the early stages of ecological divergence. Sean Paul Haler, Mathematics, being hooded by the Major Professor Alexander Wu. Dissertation title, Disjoint 7 Cycles and the 4 Placement of Trees. Jennifer Lee Hazenerl, Mechanical Engineering, hooded by the Major Professor Steve Peninsello. Dissertation title, The Development of an Analytical Model of the Transport Phenomena Between Two Fluids in a Microchannel with an Application to Amino Acid Detection. Sean Michael Quallen, Mechanical Engineering, hooded by the Major Professor Tao Jing. The dissertation title, Development of a CFD-based simulation software for floating offshore wind turbines. Rebecca Ailsa Rittenberg, Water Resources Science and Management option, hooded by the Major Professor Jan Bohl. Dissertation title, Using process-based hydrologic approaches and place-based education to improve non-point source pollution management. Roxana Jo Hickey, Bioinformatics and Computational Biology, hooded by the Major Professor Larry Forney. Dissertation title, Diversity and Dynamics of the Vaginal Microbiome, Exploring the Boundaries Between Health and Disease. Jane Fong Huang, Education, being hooded by the Major Professor Matthew Wappett. Dissertation title, How Far Have We Moved Toward Inclusion in Tainan City, Taiwan? Masaki Aikida, Mathematics, being hooded by the Major Professor Alexander Karman Wu. Dissertation title, Enumeration of Permutations Indexing Local Complete Intersection Schubert Varieties. Leah Marie Schaefer, Chemistry, being hooded by the Major Professor Ray von Wandruska. Dissertation title, A Study of the Aggregative Effects of Humic Materials. Jonathan Christopher Stiff, Electrical Engineering, hooded by the Major Professor Herbert Hess. Dissertation title, An Adaptive Phase Quantization Noise Cancellation Architecture for Delta Sigma Fractional N Frequency Synthesizers. Ryan Patrick McGrath, Education, hooded by the Major Professor David Paul. Effect of accelerometer adherence implications on the predictions of health makers. Li Tsing Wee, Natural Resources, being hooded by the Major Professor Armando McDonald. Dissertation title, Characterization and Modification of Selected Bioplastics. Kristen Elizabeth Welsh-Unwala, Water Resources Science and Management option, hooded by Major Professor Jan Bohl. Dissertation title, Hydrologic Processes and Water Resource Management of Tropical Watersheds, an Interdisciplinary Study in Costa Rica. Peter Troy White, Education, hooded by the Major Professor Catlin Wolfe. Dissertation title, A Descriptive Correlational Study of Secondary Agricultural Mechanics Instructors in Idaho, the Integration of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics in Agricultural Mechanics. Christopher Jason Williams, Water Resources Science and Management option, hooded by Major Professor Jan Bohl. Dissertation title, eco-hydrologic evaluation of runoff and erosion processes on disturbed rangeland ecosystems.
Students graduating with a specialist or master's degree will be greeted by Provost Aiken and Dean Chen. Mohammed Abu Sak, Civil Engineering.
Brian Julian Kamen, Architecture.
Amanda Adler.
Catherine Melissa Kilty, Architecture.
Hussein Abdullah Al-Hatala, Civil Engineering.
Natalie Kirch, Chemical Engineering.
Munir Ali Al-Salem, Electrical Engineering.
Emily Lorraine Klein, Special Education.
Jason Lewis Baer, Psychology.
Jacob Lawrence Litticoat, Architecture.
Felicity Joy Appel, Civil Engineering.
Julaine Eileen Laurie, Curriculum and Instruction.
Brittany K. Bailey, Mathematics.
Mary Colleen McInnes, Anthropology.
Kelsey Baldry, Psychology.
Brett Matthew Payne, Adult Organizational Learning and Leadership.
Amber L. Berenberg, Natural Resources.
Heather Wren McSlarrow, Natural Resources.
Aditya Bascota, Mathematics.
Nicholas M. Montanari, Public Administration.
Katie Marie Becker, Landscape Architecture.
John Wesley Miracle, Statistical Science.
Kelton Reed Barrett, Architecture.
Tina Marie Nagel, Special Education.
Heather K. Binkley, Anthropology.
Spencer Allen Goodall, Electrical Engineering.
Matthew Allen Hill, Natural Resources.
Hania Nezgatakati, Technical English Second Language.
Li Wei Huang, Landscape Architecture.
Elizabeth Laurel Ng, Natural Resources.
Robert James Hernandez III, Architecture.
Cindy Knock-Newen, Athletic Training.
Leticia R. Howell, Accountancy.
Cheryl Lynn Nielsen, Music.
William Timothy Hatchett, Physics.
Jeff L. Nielsen, Architecture.
Cherise Ann Hensley, English.
Wesley Aaron O'Brien, Architecture.
Tyler Paul Hash, Architecture.
Anthony James Osland, Accountancy.
Brandon Taylor Hardy, Chemical Engineering.
Anne Catherine Ostendorf, Art.
Matthew Thomas Garr, Architecture.
Brandley Jesse Nelson Payne, Landscape Architecture.
Haley Dawn Hildebrand, Applied Economics.
Jeffrey Ryan Pearson, Creative Writing.
Joe Wesley Hicks, Statistical Science.
Lucas Allen Porter, Athletic Training.
Hannah Beth Halleck, Applied Economics.
Leslie Nicole Prenville, Landscape Architecture.
Michelle Lynn Leachman, Movement and Leisure Sciences.
Nathaniel P. Quinn, Theater Arts.
Benjamin Michael Ferry, Architecture.
Clay Allen Ryland, Architecture.
Matt Aaron Green, Physical Education.
Sean Robert Robertson, Art.
Binayak Karki, Accountancy.
Aaron Saleh, Athletic Training.
Venkata Anirudh Bandari, Computer Science.
Anthony Michael Saya, History.
Sanjeev Shrestha, Computer Science.
Michael Allen Salisbury, Civil Engineering.
Tessa Wren Grundler, Architecture.
Jonathan Schemmel, Learning and Leadership.
Abram William Grisham, Anthropology.
Alexandra Ariel Shar, Adult Organizational Learning and Leadership.
Michael Davis Garrity, Music.
Ellen Morris McFly McKenzie, Family and Consumer Sciences.
Nicholas William Gilbert, Adult Organizational Learning and Leadership.
Gretchen Schultz, Creative Writing.
Stephen C. Gamma, Athletic Training.
Vanessa Schmolke, English.
Samuel Lewis Finch, Environmental Science.
Sierra Lynn Shaver, Architecture.
Arsene Theodore Dorscher, Accounting.
Benjamin Seipel, Natural Resources.
Bridget Agier, Family and Consumer Sciences.
Thomas Richard Silberberger, Athletic Training.
Sean P. Dinobilo, Anthropology.
Caitlin Marie Sillery, Architecture.
And Sheng Dong, Geography.
Jaden Nicole Skinner, Special Education.
Shane Joseph Davis, Psychology.
Corinne Carol Smith, Music.
Laura Elizabeth Janine Courteau, Geography.
William Crow Smith, English.
Jacob Cooper, Integrated Architecture and Design.
Bailey Karen Steibel, Accountancy.
Clayton Laurie Cravea, Architecture.
Bridget Ann Sutton, Natural Resources and Environmental Science.
Ruben Nefi Clements, Athletic Training.
Brandon Ray Taylor, Architecture.
Nicole Elizabeth Clements, Athletic Training.
Juan Jose Torres, Athletic Training.
Courtney Karen Claypool, Animal Science.
Tribly, thanks. Megan Margaret Tribly, English.
Caitlin Ashley Krastik, Athletic Training.
Clayton Stephen Sorensen, Geology.
Daniel Colin Choates, Psychology.
Dominic Richard Ventresco, Special Education.
Yo-Hui Cho, Food Science.
Henry Aaron Thompson, Electrical Engineering.
Danielle Lynn Brunin, Natural Resources.
Ahmed Khalid Valdez, Civil Engineering.
Amy Dawn Chattas, Educational Specialist, Educational Leadership.
Claire Leslie Vogt, Educational Leadership.
Ashley Leanne Bogar, Psychology.
Jacob Wagner, Electrical Engineering.
Su Min Yoon, Landscape Architecture.
Christopher Walsh, Movement Sciences.
Christopher Marvin Will, Theater Arts.
Min Wang, Landscape Architecture.
Lucas Roy Hughie, Anthropology.
Amelia Corinne Warden, Psychology.
Mark S. Irving, Architecture.
Leanne Wabbit, Art.
Laura Elaine Jackson, Neuroscience.
Michael R. West, Electrical Engineering.
Students graduating with a bachelor's degree in the College of Architecture and Life Sciences will be greeted by Dean John Foltz. Seth Benjamin Pratt.
Casey Lee Whitmill, Architecture.
Pilar Jordan Alfaro.
Janice Lynn Wiesner, Curriculum and Instruction.
Lucy Jean Alsop.
Amanda Jean Widman, Athletic Training.
Megumi Aoyagi.
Mackenzie Matalina Payne, Bioregional Planning and Community Design.
Jacqueline Rita Amendi.
Chad Michael Eller, Teaching English as a Second Language.
Maren Hoff Ostgolen.
Mate Garcia Ruiz, Teaching English as a Second Language.
Carissa Marie Bafford.
Yin Hui, Teaching English as a Second Language.
Michelle Larissa Ball.
Jennifer Lee Hawk, English and Creative Writing.
Whitney Michelle Beck.
Catherine Ann Johnson, Creative Writing.
Emily Ann Bidiganetta.
Nicole J. Huddleston, Professional Science Master.
Mary Barbara Bigansky.
Nicholas John Jutelaw, Adult Organizational Learning and Leadership.
Cassidy Loretta Ann Bowman.
Michael Clinton Jenner, Electrical Engineering.
Dylan Paul Burrows.
Benjamin Leon Jeffrey, Computer Science.
Bree A. Capshaw.
Students graduating with a bachelor's degree in the College of Letters, Arts, and Social Sciences will be greeted by Dean Andrew Kirsten. Carly Ann Kirking, summa cum laude.
Caitlin Faith Carr.
Sarah Brooke Abbott.
Nicole Sophia Case.
Fallon Elise Ebo Lafia.
Mallory Ann Cox.
Nicole Sakura Adams.
Daniel Paul Davis.
Rachel Lynn Albertson, magna cum laude.
Jennifer Brooke Davis, summa cum laude.
Andreas Alcantara.
Morgan C. DeBoard.
Christina Marie Aldazabal.
Emily Janine DeFord, magna cum laude.
Daniel James Allen.
Jessica Marie Dennis.
Chelsea Leanne Almis.
Taylor Christine Dinning, cum laude.
Keith Curtis Armstrong.
Sabrina Isabella Dotto.
Roberto Asensio.
Chriselle Lee Enderton, magna cum laude.
Morgan Elizabeth Asplin, summa cum laude.
Michaela Ray Erickson.
Antonio Ayala.
Jessica Joanne Gifford.
Kayla Renee Baker.
Drew Clayton Gill.
Jessica Brittany Ball.
Roy William Handley, summa cum laude.
Chelsea Michelle Barochoa.
Micah Abraham Good.
Kristen Lee Batzel.
Jordan Leif Green.
Dulce Ruby Beltran.
Marcy A. Griggs.
Marissa A. Berg.
Haley Ann Gunderson.
Julie Ann Bixler.
Danielle Marie Guzman.
Lisa Marie Beerer.
Natalie Page Harden.
Clay Thomas Bistline.
Michael Kristen Harrington.
Teresa Casey Black.
Kelsey Joe Hartley.
Mark Jeffries Boland. Katie Helen Mae Bonin.
Sky Hannah Hembry, summa cum laude.
Chelsea Ann Bonman.
Anna Lee Hine.
Caitlin Marie Bonnet.
Sarah Emily Herman.
Christian Dimitri Bousquet.
Caitlin Marie Hauser.
Ryan Scott Bovard.
Michaela R. Howard.
Richard Dustin Brady.
Travis Scott Jackson.
Ben Alexander Bridges, magna cum laude.
Ashley Rose Job.
Tyler William Brock.
Mackenzie K. Johnson, magna cum laude.
Cody Ryan Brown.
Kelsey Ann Kratzberg.
Shane Edward Brown.
Stephen John Cuther.
Sarah Ann Brew.
Hernan Labra.
Noah Davis Bush.
Frank Antonio Larosia Phillips, summa cum laude.
Sherry Madison Calistini.
Hannah Leah Larson.
Alex Gordon Carey.
Darby Elizabeth Linares Jabauer.
Philip Charles Carr, cum laude.
Aaron Leah Lind.
Tanner S. Chambers.
Elizabeth Kirsten Kunkler Lockyer.
Kayla Marie Cash.
Scott Nicholas Machado.
Jessica Keegan Chandler.
Sheila Annette McCollum.
Juan Carlos Chiquillo.
Elise Nicole McDonough.
Cody Michael Clark.
Stephanie Ann McGowan.
Holly Adele Clark. Kayla Rose Cole, cum laude. Yep.
Kelly Jo McKee.
Marius Bergsmuller, psychology.
Alexander Donald Meldrum.
Meredith Marshall Koba.
Jill Danielle Meredith.
Katerina Gabriela Comensana.
Anne Christine Millard.
Daniel Joseph Coulter.
Julie Dawn Miller.
Jordan L. Asker.
Rebecca Marie Miller. Summa cum laude.
Sarah Rayanne Connor.
Lindsay Marie Milligan.
Ashley N. Daig.
Shannon Michelle Mitchell.
Mackenzie Caitlin Davis. Amber Marie Dean.
Gemma Margot Morrow.
Bryce Scott DeLay.
Raymond Robert Mossman.
David Allen Delier.
Hannah Lynn Myers, summa cum laude.
Jessica Ellen Deneau.
Esmeralda Rosita Navarrete.
Aislinn K. Durden.
Brett Stewart Nesbitt.
Emma Marie Satterfield.
Anthony Martin Nevin.
Jessica Grace Dexter.
Vanessa Rose Noblet.
Courtney Marie Drake. Ann Hollis Dreyer.
Destry Ryan Olson.
Lucas Reese Duff.
Okay.
Sarah Reese Duff.
Kimberly Ann Packer, magna cum laude.
Amanda Ashley Eastman.
Carrie Ann Pardue Peck.
Alexandra Lee Drabeck.
Justin James Parkins.
Catherine Elise Mandler.
Cassandra Leah Partridge, summa cum laude.
Nicholas Wayne Ellenberg.
Radley Harold Peterson.
Madison May Ellis.
Angie Prado.
Elizabeth Ho Bellsworth, cum laude.
Kyle David Rossi.
Amber Nicole Emery, magna cum laude.
Ai Saito.
Samantha J. Akia.
Megan Michelle Schultz.
Cody Dean Essman.
Richard Anthony Scuderi.
Christina Susan Evans.
Ariel Marquette Sierra.
Jacqueline C. Filler.
Patrick James Snyder.
Jamie C. Fiorino.
Kelsey Lee Spalding, summa cum laude.
John Michael Fish.
Jacob Shozo Simon.
Tyler Lee Foltz.
Samantha Lee Spencer.
Caitlin Arlene Frank.
Haley Ann Sutton.
Brianna K. Fratusco.
Amy Renee Chio, cum laude.
Felicia Marie Frisbee.
Madeline A. Troy.
Alicia Ann Frost, cum laude.
Leslie Jean Suda.
Erica Lindsay Frost.
Hans Michael Vanderhook.
Cindy Marie Furman.
Holly Sue Van Patten.
Brady Tanner Fuller.
Aaron Conrad Vetch.
Henry Francis Funk.
Emma M. Wall.
Jeremy Tribe Gallardo.
Jamie K. Wallace.
Joshua Anthony Nelson Gamez.
Cassandra Ray Ward.
Chi Jane Gao.
Chung Yan Wan.
Tony Nancy Garish.
Casey Elizabeth Watt.
Stephen Douglas Gavin.
Molly Elizabeth Wheats.
Megan Diane Yerke, summa cum laude.
Bailey Diane Welton.
Nicolaus Stefan Geistert.
Taylor Nicole Wemhoff.
Jesse Danielle Jagir, magna cum laude.
Crystal Michelle Wendland.
Jessica Lynette Gillespie. Chelsea Samantha Goki.
Elise Marie Whitesides.
Bobby Lynn Gooby.
Brianna Marie Whitman.
Megan Patricia Gospie.
Brianna Marguerite Williams.
Daniel Timothy Gray.
Conrad C. Williams.
Brittany Michelle Graham.
Emily Louise Wise.
Emily Ann Green.
Cameron C. Woody.
Winter Grace Greshel, summa cum laude.
Students graduating with a bachelor's degree in the College of Art and Architecture will be greeted by Dean Mark Hoversten.
Taylor Marie Groves.
Rachel Marie Everett, summa cum laude.
Allison Griffith.
Jesus Alejandro Arias Hernandez.
Rachel Marie Gunthner.
Andrea Beth Backman, cum laude.
Grant Lang.
Megan Nicole Bullock.
Ross Olin Anderson.
Patrick H. Churchman.
Stephen Robert Kleppy.
Andrew James Davis.
Brandon Jacob Schneider.
Adriana Lynn DeJulie.
Charlotte Haas.
Drew Michael Gilbert.
Sarah Lynn Hamilton.
Joseph Michael Ariano Guerra.
Catherine Ann Vincent.
Thomas M. Hammersland Torres, Jr.
Jesse Jacob Hampsch, magna cum laude.
Jesse Thomas Hart.
Anne Catherine Haynes.
Connor Jeffrey Jones, magna cum laude.
Sadie Nicole Hannigan.
Kyle William Jones.
Patrick Michael Hanlon.
Catherine Renee Leha.
Corey Hamilton.
Xiao Yi Liu.
Ethan Jacobs Hansen, cum laude.
Abdulrahman Nahas.
Rio Chantel Harris.
Matthew McCourt.
Juniper Jasmine Harvey Morose.
Lisa Michelle Newton.
Catherine Lee Rose Hayden.
Derek Elliott Oliver.
Kelly David Helm.
Marissa Ann Rutler.
Selena Marie Hernandez.
Jeffrey Alexander Van Zastro.
Samuel James Herman.
Marissa Rose Wolf.
Kersey June Mayumi Hill.
Xing Peng Wang.
Cassandra Jean Hines, magna cum laude.
Audrey Rose Weston.
Caitlin May Heights.
Ya Yuan.
Steve Holsinger.
Ahmed Isam Saran.
Peter Matthew Horan.
Elizabeth Ann Comer.
Caitlin Nicole Hoskins, summa cum laude.
Benjamin Tyson Dolisal.
Cody Joe Howerton.
Rachel Ann Studebaker.
Sarah May Hudnall.
Scout Lonnie Larson.
Zachary David Hall.
Jasan Samantha Elaine Lagramanta.
Alina Marie Hume.
Victoria Kathleen Locke.
Laura Paulina Hurtado.
Emily Kellison Long.
Daphne Nicole Jackson.
Kelly Brianne Lovelace.
Sarah Ann Jacobson.
Kirby Lorraine Morfitt.
Shelby Lorena Jameson, magna cum laude.
Michelle Lynn Reagan, cum laude.
Cameron James Jester.
Justin Patrick Quinn.
Neftali Jimenez.
Alyssa Janine Anderson.
Blake Mitchell Johnson.
Teresa Ann Barnett.
Catherine May Johnson.
Jacqueline Bennis.
Paige Elizabeth Johnson.
Justin Curtis Bies.
Jessica Ray Jolliffe.
Catherine Michelle Gluth.
Christopher Lee Karn.
Vanessa Rose Kaminsky.
Elizabeth Karst.
Kelsey Eileen McCarroll.
Tamra Jean Cower.
Amber Marie Eisenbraun.
Kylie Ann Keats.
Paige Leila Gono, magna cum laude.
Eric Tuipulap Tu.
Elena Natia Horowitz, magna cum laude.
Chris Featherstone.
Hoi Man Heyman Wong.
Ryan Arthur Edwards.
Jeffrey Allen Goss.
Mi Yan Millen.
Jessica Ellen Endicott.
Delancey S. Parnham.
Tyler James Chambers.
Desmond Epps.
Kyle Stephen Moon.
Shannon Patricia Kelly.
Chu Yang Fu.
Leah Marie Keenholz Kerr.
Kevin O'Hare.
Lalani Lacour Kim.
Catherine Mary Shrosbury.
Jason Ira Kirkpatrick.
Jie Jiao.
Eliane Kiselika. Michelle Marie Kissick.
Robert Michael Quinn, cum laude.
Nolan Tyler Knuth, cum laude.
Miguel Angel Almeida.
Caitlin Michelle Krasselt.
Morgan S. Blair.
Nicholas Ruben Landek.
Amanda Christine Boyk, summa cum laude.
Hope Catherine Lane.
Shane A. Bruce.
Gustav Allen Lester, summa cum laude.
Lane Robert Campos.
Jeremy W. Lee.
Clint Allen Farmer.
Caroline Rochelle Lincoln.
Logan Derek Hayes.
Steve Glenn Lomax.
Justin Daniel Horn.
Amanda Marie Lopez.
Dan Lin Lee.
Narcisco Lopez.
Gabrielle May Larimore.
Bonnie Bernice Adelaide McPhee.
Rachel Danielle Maidens.
Fatima Maher Mansour.
Alejandra Carolina Soto.
Kayla Santos Mariano.
Joel Urieta.
Zoiana Simone Marco.
Jordan William Van Ness.
Caitlin R. Martin.
Nadia Martin Peralta Willie.
Sarah Ann Martin. Floyd Dylan McGraw.
Students graduating with a bachelor's degree in the College of Business and Economics will be greeted by Dean Mario Reyes. Sydney Seychelle Kaleball, magna cum laude.
Kelly Michelle McKenna.
Emily Jean Mulhall, magna cum laude.
Vanessa Danielle McKeekin.
Brianne Mackenzie Wolf, summa cum laude. Sarah Ann Van Doris, magna cum laude.
Sean Thomas McCord.
Lobna Abdul Rahim.
Jessica Ray Meadows.
James Patrick Adelson.
Brenda Marie Metcalf.
Bassem El Shadoki.
Molly Ann Myers.
Rebecca Dawn Anderson.
Lauren Rochelle Miles.
Yichi Bao.
Margaret Francis Miller.
Taylor J. Barton.
Matthew Rains Maholand.
Emma Beatrice McAleer.
Micah T. N. Milheim.
Andrea Macy Humphreys.
Rayella Dawn Mink.
Olivia Charlie Bell.
Cecilia Rose Moore.
Riley M. Beasley.
Elise Marie Mute.
Benjamin Richard Bennett.
Alicia Moyer.
Benjamin Wesley Van Westrom.
Paulin J. Poway.
Jacob Matthew Michael Benson.
James Bureau Mueller.
Stephen Michael Bazusak.
Allison Marie Muschlitz.
Jonathan Alexander Blair.
Kendra Lene Nagy.
Maxwell Alexander Bolt.
Samuel Locke Neff.
Crystal Bruce.
Kaylee Katrina Nelson.
Keisha M. Brengelson.
Stephanie Anna Newmeyer.
Alicia Caitlin Butterworth, summa cum laude.
Erica June Newman.
Kristen Michelle Campbell, summa cum laude.
Emily Ann Nichols.
Alexandra F. Burton, magna cum laude.
Carlene Monahan O'Brien.
Michael Ann Kopp.
Jacob Ivan Orr.
Veronica Carey Purcell.
Isabella McKenzie Orr.
Nicholas James Karen.
Abigail Christine Overfelt.
Aaron Matthew Cherry.
Brian Lamar Palmer.
Xiaofei Chen.
Madeline Marie Maurice Patterson.
Jilin Lu.
William Lee Payne.
Jiayu Chen.
Amy Pendergraph magna cum laude.
Hemming Liu.
Graham G. Perdenia.
Ling Fong Dong.
Ramiro Perez.
Rachel Choi.
Sarah Elizabeth Peterson.
Lance Alec Churchill, summa cum laude.
Alexander Ross Peterson.
Jake Austin Davies, magna cum laude.
Joshua H.C. Petty.
Michael Andrew Clements.
Robert James Pfeiffer.
Tanner Cockerell.
Tara Nicole Phillips.
Austin Byron Cruz.
Edwin Dozier Pitcher.
Cody C. DeGray.
Victoria Marie Plaster. Jessica Ann Pollard.
Christopher Scott Dean.
Aaron A. Poole.
Reba Ann Dawes.
Andrew Charles Ramsey.
Aubrey Lynn Eberhard.
Alyssa Ann Populus.
Brandon Scott Drake.
Darcy Renee Reagan.
Brady Lee Espeland.
Brandel Michael Joseph Reagan.
Erin Kathleen Edelin.
Caitlin Elizabeth Reeves.
Shauna Lynn Else.
Ryan Tyler Reed.
Andrew M. Alamy.
Marianne Teresa Roman Magna Cum Laude. Sarah Christine Hendricks Cum Laude.
Sean William Finley.
Rachel Raven Rice.
Patrick Douglas Estberg.
Ilsa Gus Jeanette Rose Witt.
James Michael Gutierrez.
Emily Florence Rosas.
Leonard Daniel Pfister.
Susana Liitze Ruiz Gallegos.
Beatriz Magdalena Flores Magana.
Max Robert Selesky.
Sage Russell Franstich.
Hannah Josie Sandoval.
Parker Young Forge.
Danielle Maxine Santasivan.
Tara Ann Hildreth.
Madison Elizabeth Sartain.
Patrick James Fuller.
Kyle Scott Schaub.
Mark Ellen Gamble.
Michaelyn Duane Scott.
Wenjia Gao.
Alhaji I. Sek.
Glenn Colin Garner.
Adrian Nicholas Sherman.
Tyler Park Wayne Gestrin.
Catherine Michelle Subert, magna cum laude. Michelle Jacqueline Singh.
Nicholas Valentino Gonzalez.
Bridget Marie Soloniker. Kenneth Michael Smith. Brittany Aline Smith.
Bradley Scott Townsend.
Donna Mae Alitasi Sooto.
Kinon Gong.
Michael Angelo Smith.
Lindsay Braxton Gorell.
Zoe Sophia Sons.
Lucas Burton Graff.
Nathan Jordan Snyder.
Jessica Geraldine Green.
Sarah Maria Spreitzer.
Taylor Edwin Greenhood.
Sydney Joe Sperry.
Joshua Graydon.
Sarah M. St. John.
Adam Guerrera.
Taylor Nicole Stansberry. Miriam Joyce Stoffen.
James Robert Hager.
Kelsey Lynn Stanaway.
Christopher Patrick Hammond.
Charles Mitchell Starnes.
Abby L. Hansen.
Caitlin Michael Starnes.
Kylie Danielle Hartman.
Stevie Nicole Steely.
Kyle Edward Head.
Hannah Marie Struble.
Sean Hill.
Zachary Lee Stevenson.
Weston Scott Hill.
Arkin Sudirama.
Brandon Christian Height.
Anika Tori Sevenson.
Eric M. Hofferber.
Mary Rose Sweeney.
Samantha Jo Pitts.
Brenna Marie Tanner.
Rylan Adair Carney.
Cameron J. Taylor.
Ashley Lauren Hauser.
Marjorie Katrina Taylor.
Kaylee Elise Howell.
Carissa Loren Thomas.
Kayla J. Ivy summa cum laude.
Jamie Cheyenne Thomas.
Sam Robert Jankovic.
Kristen Marie Teedy.
Parker Mullane Jeffries.
Jacob Dean Thompson. Ruben Zarukin.
Robert Howard Jenkins.
Talia Torre Lopez.
Andrew C. Jensen.
Madeline Urig.
Adam Russell Johnson.
Emily Catherine Varstra, cum laude.
Catherine Ann Joseph.
Mandy Lee Valentine.
Jennifer Ann Kerr, summa cum laude.
Camilla Grace Van Natter.
Matthew Charles Cabflesh.
Carly K. Van Orden.
Connor S. Kennelly, cum laude.
Alicia D. Venzante, summa cum laude.
Nicholas D. Killian.
Goretti Vargas.
Cody Raymond Kleppinger.
Martine Vargas.
William Christopher Lanning.
Fonsavan Sarah Vitzmani.
Ting Ting Kong.
Marila Gise Vasquez.
Ang Lee.
Chance R. Watson.
Danielle Nicole Listowski.
Sophie Catherine Vickers.
Claire Elise Johnson.
Samantha Kylie Widener.
Matthew James Lichtenberg.
Robert John Young Weatherall.
Scott William Lundgren, magna cum laude.
Stephen Michael Wiebe.
Katie Ann Moss.
Kyle Marion Wickham.
Nicholas David McGee.
Abigail Sage Wicken.
Daniel John Masterson.
Michael John Wilder.
Madison Leigh Ethel Maynard.
Danielle Ray Wiley.
Abel Abram Fisher.
Dakota J. Willett.
Clayton Robert McFarland.
Emily Park Williams. Alexandra Page Winslow.
Nathan Robert Lothrop.
Megan Marie Wright.
Alexander James Lee.
Whitney and Tyler magna cum laude.
Taylor Perry Blas.
Nathan Garland Romans.
Camille Deanna Ferry.
Tara Lee Weimer.
Andrew Morgan.
Anna Marie Uribe.
Scott Richard McIntosh.
Dayton Kai Uttinger, magna cum laude.
Ryan Connor McKinney.
David Eulis.
Luke T. Miller.
Rosemary Williamson, summa cum laude.
Jose Reyes Montez.
Pinhan Yuan.
Dallas Nicole Moreno.
Chase Armstrong Young.
Shonda Haley Morris.
Students graduating with a bachelor's degree in the College of Engineering will be greeted by Dean Larry Stauffer. Amanda Michelle White, summa cum laude.
Brandon J. Nelson.
Irene Dawiz Agbechka.
Alicia Rachel Newton.
Dari FMFF Adlihani.
Emily Nahn.
Mishari Ali.
John Van Nuo.
Brandon Aiche Arakawa, summa cum laude.
Ian G. Nicol.
Jonathan Daniel Bailey.
Haley Lynn O'Sullivan.
David Gregory Berry, cum laude.
Deborah Oliveira.
Brandon Bitsef.
Amanda K. Otto.
Jason David Buer.
Craig Jacob Patrick.
Benjamin William Bolshaw.
James Ryan Parsons.
Madeline Jean Brennan.
Christopher Olubode.
Matthew Grant Brown.
Stephen James Populus.
Jake Bradley Charlton.
Brock Hayden Prince.
Brandon Thomas Cisco.
Karina Abigail Ramirez.
Ryan Charles Clark. Spencer B. Clark.
Lindsay Nicole Rasmussen.
Colleen Daniel Clifford, cum laude.
Mariah Rowe.
Kai Milan Coldsnow.
Amanda Sue Richards.
Brandon Christopher Comstock.
Tanner Wayne Sampson.
Tyler J. Comstock.
Kayla Jean Rice.
Calvin Russell Connor.
Allison Marie Wagner.
Benjamin Lee Cook. Jocelyn Rose Crocroft. Jeffrey Daniel Crocker, cum laude.
Harrison Michael Sawyer.
Benjamin R. Cumber. William Christopher Davis.
Joel Martin Smith.
Cody A. Dawes.
Danica Nicole Shakur.
David Dell DeMars.
Karen Lynn Schmidt.
Megan Ann Dempsey, magna cum laude.
Alyssa Ann Schultz, cum laude.
Eric Warren Doman.
Sean Michael Savage.
Peter Thomas Frankenfield. Jeffrey Corbin Discolo.
Jared Q. Sanders.
Stephen Mark Ellsbury, cum laude. Andrew Elias Engel.
Ziju Shen.
Patrick Eden Frome. Mark A. Garber. Anthony Michael Gatlin. Ian Allen Fisher.
Chanye Shen.
Angel Edward Gonzalez.
Parker B. Simmons.
Keith Chandler McCabe II.
Justin J. Smoot.
Gilmore Enigre de la Cruz.
Ronald Christopher John Skidmore.
Adrian Alcocer.
Alexandra Tisha Steiner.
Joseph G. Gibson.
Jessica M. Spractus.
Logan James Gullickson, cum laude.
Cassandra C. Bruner.
Timothy Lee Griswold.
Laura Elizabeth Stevens, magna cum laude.
Chad Michael Hancock.
Monica Ann Sherman.
Benjamin Joseph Hofferberg.
Alexander Prescott Stewart, summa cum laude.
Zachary Joseph Howard.
Kendra Ray Stinnett.
Gordon Jokic.
Justin Bradley Stoddard, summa cum laude.
Nicholas Brody Kirby.
Travis John Stroll.
William R. Kirby.
Samuel Swanson.
Brian Austin Kisling. Robert Michael Kleffner.
Sharina M. Tatrashvili.
Carson Ronald Lucas Kraft.
Catherine Alexandra Euling.
Andrew David Lake.
Kendra McKenna Tellen.
Cody Michael Letzko.
Cale Andrew Turpin.
Troy Joshua Letford.
Patrick M. Tunison.
Trevor Marcus Lutz. Craig L. Martin.
Rylan Allen Van Devender.
Nathaniel L. Randall.
J. Hunter Vandegrift.
Zachary Odom Marion.
Kevin Delaney Vincent.
Abraham Martinez. Alan Robert McMurray.
Andrew Howard Wakely cum laude.
Carrie Ann McGinty.
Danielle Louise Walker.
Andrew Lee McKinnon.
Peyton Rochelle Warner.
Andrew Gregory Miles.
Caitlin Nicole Weber.
Cameron Joseph Morton.
Matt J. Weber.
Tyrus J. Newman. Michael Jared Marino.
Hillary Margaret Wheeler.
Matthew T. Nichols.
Marshall Kevin Williams.
Jacob Douglas Nelson.
Shelby Kathleen Williams.
Sarandal E. McPherson.
Joyanna Wilson.
John Christian O'Brien.
Nathaniel Christopher Wilson.
Richard Jean Park.
Andrew Mark Yenny.
Christopher Scott Patterson.
Tianchao Zhang.
Justin D. Pettingill.
Wei Yu Zhang.
Jonathan Herod Paul.
Yunyi Zhang.
Alexis Sean Pinkham.
Hua Zhao.
Dylan Lloyd Quinzer.
Guanji Zhu.
Kelsey Lynn Rayborn.
Students graduating with a bachelor's degree in the College of Education will be greeted by Dean Corrine Mantle Bromley. Courtney Suzanne Aarons Coburn.
Riley James Reese.
Heidi Lynn Anders.
Daniel C. Roach.
Caitlin Elizabeth Barnes.
Ronnie Lee Ross.
Colton John Beeds.
Colby Lanyon Rush.
Kristen Nicole Blackner.
Addison John Rutz.
Justin Hill Brensma.
Stephen Wesley Sainsbury.
Stacy Marie Barr.
Cody Wyman Satterweight.
Jessica Michelle Brock.
Connor John Carver Sachs.
Josie Lucretia Bryan.
Cole Michael Shireman.
Sharina May Branscombe.
David Allen Schiff.
Sydney Mia Butler.
Daniel Allen Schneider.
Carissa Christine Chatburn.
Andrew Scott Sedgwick. Vincent Frank Schwartz.
Chester Nolan Christopher.
Cameron Robert Simon.
Jessica Lynn Claremont.
Nicholas James Stocks.
Henry Clifford Champlin.
Tiffany Megan Stompka.
Dalton Matthew Crane.
Taylor Mackey Romanesco, cum laude.
Jade Cheyenne Cruster Evans.
Ethan J. Salove.
Whitney Blake Dixon.
Nicholas Daniel Schlotthauer.
Kelsey Karen Doggett.
Dimitri Schimberg.
Jennifer Ray Drysdale.
Terrence Dwayne Stevenson. Adam Dylan Story.
Jessica Ann Colfard.
Carson Stauffer.
Benjamin Caleb Jeremiah.
Wesley Richard Stallings.
Judy Catherine Drown.
Brendan Staub.
Tyler Allen Douglas.
Margaret Lynch Sims.
Amanda Claire Eineg.
Ifat Takala.
Charles Anthony Eldine.
James Andrew Teague, magna cum laude.
Cody Michael Allens.
Forrest Austin Tanner, summa cum laude.
Parker John Elliott.
Antonio Robert Tosarica.
Katie Carol Estee.
Matthew Lee Trana.
Zachariah Edwin Graham.
Taylor John Traben.
Francesca Lee Govin.
Carlos Enrique Valdez Oberogan.
Jennifer Therese Good.
Dylan Toby Turnbull.
Jessica Joey Gould.
Kelly Marie Werner.
Kylie Ann Hammonds.
Brooklyn Ray Vizera.
Amy Christine Monroe.
Robert H. Val.
Kaylee Lauren Intravia.
Jamie A. Walker.
Sierra Dawn Hart cum laude.
Chin Kai Wong.
Kaylin Marie Hassanor summa cum laude.
Dylan Thomas Waterman.
Hunter Michael Heinzelman.
Stephen Samuel Wayne, summa cum laude.
Lacey Leanne Hurst.
Ian Patrick Restrop.
Daly Lynn Hull.
Jonathan P. Wayless.
Elisha Rochelle Hunt.
Robert John Willis.
Jesus Iniguez.
Amy Lee Wolschleigel, magna cum laude.
Erica J. Nichols.
Brianna Michelle Wong.
Lauren Brooke Getz.
Craig Donald Woodruff.
Jade Tamsin Jones.
Woven Chris Yee.
Kent Rise Kawaguchi.
Jonathan Antonio Zacharias.
Jared Lee Klingenberg.
Students graduating with a bachelor's degree in the College of Natural Resources will be greeted by Associate Dean Tom Gorman. Kayla Marie Griffin.
Spencer Jack Klingenberg.
Zachary Colin Andrews.
Hayden James Kroc.
Randall Ray Anderson.
Jenna Michelle Rose Lovell.
Tyler Allen Beeman.
Carly Rose Manhart.
Alexander M. Arnold.
Joshua Canuch Manley.
Jonathan Daniel Beer.
Christopher Barton Merica.
Colby M. Bland.
Sadie Ann S. Grossbaum.
Jacob J. Byard.
Brandon Edward Metzel.
Kendrick Stephen Bernadir.
Jasmine Renee Miller.
Joshua Brobeck.
Jana Ray Mueller.
Jacob Frankler Fincher, cum laude.
Sarah Christine Marquis.
Ashley Noel Butters. Megan Kathleen Bromley. Aaron John Sinchich. Courtney Louise Comer.
Gloria Elaine Mayagorga.
Kyle Dwayne Cooper.
Hillary Ann McDaniel.
Whitney Sue Davis.
Kelly Jean Maheen.
Joseph Adam Dice.
Alexandra Ann Mahoney. Kelsey Rianne Merritt.
Kevin James Erickson. Isaac Hunter Foss.
Hannah Joe Nichols.
Caitlin Sue Fellows. Chadwick Lee Godley. Frederick L. Haberman.
Caitlin Ray Oster.
Joseph Lauren Hale.
Leanne O'Brien.
Cole Howard Harder.
Chandra Lynn Celeste Perry.
Bryce Angus Denzel Hill.
Whitney Alyssa Patient.
Skylar McKinley Carnodal.
Almost to the barn.
Joshua Gregory Larson.
Amanda Charlene Peterson.
Todd Calvin Lindstrom.
Peter Andrew Rustamar.
Hayden Allen Love. Zachary Michael Matthews.
Susanna Catherine Lute.
Levi Daniel Mitchell.
Sharon Elizabeth Jensen.
Stephen Michael Moreno. Kyle Patrick Nelson. Britta Louise Olson.
Laura Ann Phillips.
Mitchell Allen Parsons.
Jasmine Boyd.
Tess Onata Pinkney. Hattie Christine K. Potter.
Sarah Wilkeson, summa cum laude.
Caitlin Elizabeth Reeves.
Justin Todd Wilkeson.
Shane Edward Rebold. Jordan Elliott Sanders. Landon Robert Schofield.
Kristen Elizabeth Ratcliffe.
Luke Jordan Terraberry.
Kevin Douglas Racine.
Samuel Torpy.
Anna Marie Richter.
Corbin John Williamson.
Andrew Yale Rogers.
Richard J. Con Young.
Almudena Sans Fernandez. Mackenzie A. Schneider. Ashley Angelica Seaton. Ryan James Shoemate. Danny Cibrian. Caleb C. Struble. Reagan Emily Snow. Morgan Lee Stewart. Robert Augustus Suki. Ashley Ann Terrio. Jordan Ray Thuer. Justin Jerome Thomas. Melissa Ann Toller. Nicole Kathleen Tuffield. Christopher Allen Visball. Marissa Shachiko Vatek. Madison Elizabeth Watson, summa cum laude. Kyler K. Wells. Haley Danielle Williams. Zachary Joseph Williamson. Melissa Ann Narowski. Thaddeus John Zabriskie. Marlene Britt Zellers. Students graduating with a bachelor's degree in the College of Science will be greeted by Dean Paul Joyce. Michael G. Allen. That's Michael G. Allen. William Emmett Armour. Elizabeth Balteras. Parker L. Barkin. Althea Ajir Beatty. Margaret Catherine Bear. Elizabeth Lynn Brown. Paul Richard Bear. Justin Lewis Brown. Eric Scott Cardwell. Dylan Robert Carlson. Stephen David McIntyre. Sarah Ann Carson. Kyle Darren Clark. Cameron John Crandall, magna cum laude. Kelly Nicole Diabald. Megan Eda Elliott. John Murray Fellman. Haley Jane Knox. Connor Michael Farley. Sydney D. Hunter. Sarah Elizabeth Harmon. Evan Ann Gustafson. Alexandra Gasper Hollingshead. Natalie Rose Goddard, summa cum laude. Shannon Amara Gill, summa cum laude. Carmen Clarice Frampton. Clayton Timothy Giannopoulos. Andrew Robert Harmon. Nicholas John Howell. John Patrick Hughes. Tessa Elise Highland. Michelle Marie Keys. Tricia Klinkhammer. Bethel J. Kohler, magna cum laude. Daniel Robert Laporte. Brittany Rose Leopold. Andrew Joseph Layton. Weipon Leong. Nikolai M.H. Levy. Helga Julia Mashlight. Ronald McCoubry. Stephen Ray Allen Martin. Darren James Maxey. Jared David Mayer, magna cum laude. Jenna Merle McCullough. Morgan Marie Merrill. Demetria Suzanne Shaylin Milford. Terry Croquet. Carrie Lee Miranda. Loretta Ruby Moat. Vanessa Jean Needham. Kathleen Francis Nemeth. Frederick Dwy Nguyen, cum laude. Gardenia Edith Uriana Arriaga. Ravina Kaur Pada. Everett Robert Park. Skylar Montana Grizzly Penberthy. Tyler James Pearson. Taylor N. Reich. Jade Ann Rogers. Matthew Aaron Rockenhouse. Zachary Richard Rogers. Grant Thomas Ross. Joseph Thomas Schmaltz. Michelle Alejandra Romero. Lindsay May Rush. Thomas Paul Saylor IV. Jonathan Allen Scopper. Andrew Lee Schwartzmeyer. Savannah Marie Shahi. Jessica Renee Smart. Cameron Stacy Smith. David Matthew Smith. Jeffrey Charles Solomon. Kathleen Elizabeth Sonnen. Andrew D. Spencer. Ryan James Spurda. Julia Ray Stellingwerf. David Allen Street. Logan Stumbo. Kylene Sutherland. Ethan Darwin Thompson. Andrew Colin Timmons. Margot Sabrina Ulk. Philip Edward Vukolich. Justin Cole Waters. Mary Walton. Yinan Wong. Robert Michael Week. Gavin Scott Weiss. Kyle David Watley. Michelle Teresa White. Erin Kathleen Jiski. Taylor N. Wilkinson. Joshua Bradley Wirtz. Taylor Wolf Morrison. Tyler J. Westrick, magna cum laude. Christine Ashley Wohler. Zachary Ryan Wuthrich, summa cum laude. Corey R. Jurgensen.
May I have all the graduates please stand? This is the moment you've been waiting for. Time to move your tassels from your right to your left. Go Vandals! Okay, you may be seated. I'd like to draw the attention of our audience to the recipients of the Doctor of Medicine degree awarded through the WWAMI Washington, Wyoming, Alaska, Montana, Idaho program in regional medical education, as well as the recipients of the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine degree awarded through our Washington, Idaho regional program in veterinary medical education. The Idaho students graduating in these medical education programs are noted in our commemorative program. Juris Doctor degrees will be awarded at the College of Law commencement ceremony that will be held later this afternoon at 3 p.m. here in the Kibbe Dome. Now I'd like to acknowledge, thank, and commend the faculty of the University of Idaho. You are the source of guidance and knowledge for our students. You set the curricula, advise, teach, and mentor students. You conduct research and develop creative and performing arts and innovations that are shared in their classrooms, labs, clinics, studios, fields, and landscapes throughout the state and around the world. Your intellect, commitment, training, experience, and wisdom are the core assets of the University of Idaho. Will the faculty of the University of Idaho please stand to be recognized? Thank you. It's a privilege and a joy to work with our very talented and committed student leaders. I'd like to have stand Linda Wells, President of the Student Bar Association, Anthony St. Clair, past and present President of the Graduate and Professional Student Association, Nate Fisher, immediate past President of our Associated Students of the University of Idaho, and Max Cowan, President of the Associated Students of the University of Idaho. Thank you for your commitment to your fellow students on behalf of the university. I'd like to invite Nate Fisher, immediate past president of our ASUI, Associated Students of the University of Idaho, to say a few words. Nate?
Thank you, President Staben. Well, congratulations, Vandal graduates. I'd like to add my voice to the chorus of congratulations which you will hear this special day and those that you've already heard. I will say, as I sat down to write this commencement speech, I will admit that I struggled to find some things to say. I wanted to include some humor, but then I remembered I'm really not that funny. I thought about trying to be insightful and giving some advice, but you are all the ones who are graduating and I'll still be in college next year. So I thought about talking about something that I do have experience with. And what came to mind was my term as the ASUI president and in working with many university stakeholders, but namely alumni. Throughout my term, I've had the wonderful opportunity to work with many alumni, and in my experiences, I've noticed that there are an incredible amount of very notable, prestigious, and revered Vandal alumni. To name a few that some of you may not have realized, Dirk Kempthorne graduated in 1975 and went on to become the mayor of Boise, the governor of Idaho, and the United States Secretary of Interior. Frank Schrantz was the class of 1954 and continued on to be the CEO of Boeing. Jim McClure graduated in 1950 and served as a United States Senator. He also has both a building and a center on campus commemorating his dedication to the University of Idaho. Kristen Armstrong, as was named earlier today, graduated in 1995 and cycled her way to 2 gold medals in the 2008 and 2012 Summer Olympics. Jim Gerson graduated or finished his UI studies in 1981 and is the current president of Speedo USA. Finally, Linda Koppel-Trout graduated here in Moscow in 1973 and went on to become the first female on the Idaho State Supreme Court and would later serve as Chief Justice. Now, these are just a few names in a much longer list of prominent Vandal alumni. I tell you this and mention these names today because you are about to become this next generation of illustrious Vandal graduates. As of today, you join, as was mentioned, the over 100,000 other University of Idaho alums across the world and have the incredible potential to succeed and make your mark on history as many other Vandal graduates have done before you. I say this both as a challenge and as a congratulations for your efforts during your 4, 5, 6, or perhaps even 7, you know who you are, years at the University of Idaho. I am truly excited to see where you will all go, and it has been both a pleasure to attend school and serve as the ASUI president alongside all of you. Thank you all for your time and commitment to the University of Idaho. You will certainly be missed, but it is all for the better. 1,000,000 times over, congratulations, and as always, go Vandals.
Nate, we have a little gift for you. Thanks for serving our students this past year. We appreciate your dedication, commitment, and leadership, and it's been my pleasure to work with you. Thanks so much. Founded in 1898, the University of Idaho Alumni Association is nearly as old as the institution itself. We are pleased to have Travis Thompson, National President of the University of Idaho Alumni Association, with us today. Would you please stand once again and be recognized? I'd like to ask all University of Idaho alumni in our audience and on the platform to rise and join me in welcoming the newest members of the University of Idaho alumni. All you Vandals, get up. Students, you are joining an elite and loyal group of individuals numbering over 100,000. Welcome. Before we conclude our commencement, I'd like to take a moment to thank again the University Wind Ensemble and the Vandaliers. There are so many others who worked for months to make this event special. My thanks to the University Commencement Committee, the Faculty Commencement Committee, University Support Services, our Kibbe Activity Center staff, University Communications and Marketing, the Registrar's Office, the Alumni Office, the Development Office, the President's Office, all of our colleges, and the faculty and staff of the University of Idaho who had a part in planning this ceremony. Thank you so much. Special thanks to our commencement readers, Matt Foss, David Lee Painter, Sarah Nelson, Gary Williams, and Terry Grebe. So once again, graduates, congratulations. Please join your family and friends at your college's reception immediately following the end of the ceremony. These locations can be found in your program. Please wait until the stage party has exited the seating area before you begin to recess. And before we finally conclude, we invite everyone to rise for the singing of the chorus of the Alma Mater. The words are located in your program.
Silver and gold.
Congratulations to our 2015 graduates, and we thank you, their families, and our faculty and distinguished guests for helping the university community celebrate the 120th commencement ceremony of the University of Idaho. Please meet your student outside the facility on your way to the college receptions.